Hi everyone, it's Gaylin. Today I'm going to be coloring a stamped image by Unity Stamp Company using Zig Clean Color Real Brush pens for watercolor. And I am using Unity Stamp Company kit called Being There. It's by Phyllis Harris for Unity. And I'm using the Sweet Girl and Cat stamp. And I'm using the sentiment that comes in the kit. It's about kindness. Now, I stamped on watercolor paper. I used Canson watercolor paper, and I'm going to be adding water, obviously. Now, for the sentiment, I decided to hand cut a little flag and a flag border in the back. For watercolor, I'm using Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers and assorted colors. I have them listed here. I'm also using die cuts, scalloped squares by My Creative Time. And I am using a palette by Alt New for watercolor blending and mixing. I have various watercolor brushes and a container of water to mix. Now, the way I like to use Zig markers is that I like to add the color sometimes directly to the stamped image, and then I come back with a narrow paintbrush with water on it to just blend out those colors. So I put water on the brush, then I dab off a little bit of the water onto a paper towel and blend it, and then I repeat that over and over until I get the look I want. You'll see on the skin tones I'm going to add a few different layers of this color. And then now I come in with a tan color for the hair as a base color. And then I use water to blend that out lightly. And when it's a little drier, I add another layer of a darker shade of brown in just various places, smaller places at a time. I want to make sure that I didn't add too much dark. I just go slowly with the darker colors and blend in a few different sections and layers until you get the color you like. For watercoloring in different sections that are close to each other, I recommend you do one color at a time in different section at a time and heat set it before you move on to another color. Sometimes I don't show all of the heat setting steps, but in general, if you're going to be using a brown towards the face, then you want to heat set that before you go into the dress, for instance. So I am adding pink, a very light color of pink to the dress, and I add water, and then I add some more pink, and I just keep doing that until I get the shade I want. Now I'm going to add touches of turquoise on the sleeve and on the belt area, just for an accent, just to match the background I'm going to use. And then I add a little shadow and a tan color at the bottom. I used the cat. I made the cat a light brown color as well. And then I add a little bit of a background color with teal. Now for that, I like to dilute it directly onto the palette mat before I add it to watercolor. I am going to make a splatter background to the card base, directly onto the card base. So I use a pink shade and a turquoise shade. And I just dab the brush in it and gently tap. I add foam tape to all of the layers and then tie a little piece of hemp twine to the sentiment tag and then just place them onto the card to finish. I hope you like this. I added some sequins there also. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you take a moment to like and subscribe to my YouTube.